Hi everyone, I'm back. I don't know if you saw my video that I made earlier today, painting a holiday wreath plate. But anyway, so I thought I would go ahead and make. I've been wanting to make this video. Um, I saw somebody do this online. I should have looked up her name, Tania something. She's a really good potter. And she has beautiful work, very intricate stuff, and she uh, did a video with this mold putty, and she makes little molds of leaves and all sorts of little stuff that she adds onto her mugs. And I thought that would be, really nice video to do for me to do also, to show what I do with it. Because this stuff is so easy, and sometimes molds get kind of expensive when you buy them. But so here's what she suggested, and so I bought this on Amazon, and it's called Amazing Mold Putty. Now there's different brands. This is actually, I think, kind of expensive. This is, let's see, this was like $19.99, like $20. It's called. You can go to www.moldputty.com also. There's the side of it. Here's the bottom. If you want to look at that. Anyway, so this is what it is. This is how it comes in two separate tubes, and all you do is mix equal parts of this tube and this tube, just like putty, and it makes a mold. Can you see that mold there? That's flexible. I had made, wow, can't pick it up. I had made a little ladybug. If you know me, I put a lot of ladybugs on my stuff. And maybe it can hold it better there. So what I did was I made a ball of the putty. I shoved this inside, let it dry, popped it out, and then here's what that'll make. You can see the little, that's what came out of there. And this is one of the first ones I made, so it turned out pretty good. It has a little lip around the outside, which you really don't want. You want it to be flat. So I got a couple other things here too about molds. So let's lower you down a little bit. And I'll mix some of this up. So let's get some of this out of here. This is the gray side. Oh yeah, what am I going to stick in here? Oh, I know, I made this owl. Maybe I'll put him in there. I made this little owl. Gosh, I made him a long time ago. He's cute. I can make him. You can, but what you can do, oh, I know I can do a frog too. So people gave me these brooches. I guess I call them brooches. They're really, I guess they're pins, lapel pins, or pins to put on your coat. And it's just of a frog. So I'll make one of him. And I made one already. I can't remember what I did with that guy. Jeez, I'm losing stuff. So here's another pin of a frog. So we'll make one of him too. And I'll show you. So, okay, so I'm going to set that aside, set that down here. I should have about equal amounts left. And it stinks a little bit, but not too much. And I think the yellow is the hardener, so if you want to be generous with, one color, it's better to be more generous with the yellow than the gray. Okay, so you could weigh this, but Okay, so I've got more gray here. I'm going to take a little bit of gray off of here. And just a little bit more back. Okay. So this is, it doesn't take any time at all to set up. So, okay, so I get equal amounts of the yellow and the gray. So I'm just going to smush them together. And just how you wedge clay, you can actually, wedge this. But what I usually do is just stick into the wood. The easiest thing is just really smush it like this, bend it over. Just keep wedging it and smushing it until you don't see any streaks of the yellow or the gray. Because you have a soft spot. So it just takes really just a couple minutes. There it goes. It's getting kind of a light yellow. I'm just kind of folding it over and folding it over. And I don't really see any streaks. It's all one color now. You can see it's all one color. Do I see any yellow? No, I don't see any. It's kind of a glare, but you can see it's all one color. So now, let's see, I think I'll do, so I'm going to roll it kind of a nice, so it's kind of nice and smooth. You don't want any creases getting this all over me. You really don't want any creases in it because that will leave a mark. So my frog is about that size. I don't want it sticking to the table, so let's see here. I've got a styrofoam tray here. This was actually from some food that I got. And I was actually going to save this to make some soap dishes, but this will work perfect here. So I'm going to just lay this down inside here. I don't know if you can see that though. Let me see. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to wet the table so it won't stick. How about that? There we go. So I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing here. Okay. So I'm going to take the frog. Okay, I'm going to lay it on there. I'm just going to press down. There we go. Until I'm going to press the mold back around his face and around his feet a little bit, because it spread out a little bit when I pushed him down in here. So I'm going to press it in just a little bit. That'll make the mold a little bit deeper. Where I'm pressing in it. Okay, so can you see that? Bring it in closer. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for this guy. Here's the other one. See how that likes to stick to the table? So I'm going to re-roll this. I'm going to wet my table good here so it doesn't stick. And this takes about, they say 15 to 20 minutes to set up, but it really isn't that long. So, okay, so my frog is about that big. I want to make sure when I'm flattening it out and I press the frog in there that it will be wide enough for that. I don't want this too wet. There we go. Okay, so I need to move it a little bit this way for this. He's got his legs sticking out there. Okay, I think that's good. I'll put him in there. Okay, so now I'm just going to press down. Okay, and I'm going to hold him in there. There we go. And I got him almost down to the table. The one thing with this is this foot over here of his is really higher than the rest, so it's not going to make, that's not going to make a real good impression right there. But you get the idea. So what I can do maybe is push that mold up around that little paw or foot of his. So can you see that? So he's just kind of splatted in there. Let's see how this one's doing. Ah, that one looks like it wants to stick on the table. See, I didn't have enough water down. It'll be okay once it hardens up a little bit, but what I'm going to do, I think, is put some water around it. There we go. Then the wood will soak up the water. So, but like I was saying, is here's one that's done. And this is what came out of there. This little ladybug. And I did one for a custom order for a police department. They wanted their badges. So I took an imprint of a police badge. And the one thing with these is there's a lot of intricate detail, and it didn't quite get all the intricate detail that I wanted. So here's another way to make a mold. And let me move this back just a little bit. There we go. And up a little bit. There you go. Hang on, guys. So I can't find the little birdie I made this of. But anyway, so I have a bird mold. So what I did was I took the bird. Okay, well, first I made just a chunk of clay like this. Okay, and then I took the clay and I cut it in half, and then I put the bird inside, smashed this together, and that's how I came up with this bird mold. Wait a minute, someone's trying to call me. I have to call him back, my son. So let me show you some other ways while this is hardening to make these molds. You can kind of see my table here. So here's one here that I made. This is just a chunk of clay, and let me take my little form I got from. This is from Van Gilder Pottery. can't get this out. It might be too soon to get it out. I just put this clay in here. Oh, there we go. So I had a piece of I had a little snail, and I just shoved him in the soft clay, and then pulled him. Then it was started to firm up. I pulled him out, and he became a mold. So that's what you get. You get your put upside down now. So can you see him in there? Then you just take your tool. Whoops. I almost cut his head off. That wouldn't be good. Yikes. Clean him up here a little bit. And I would cut the back off. And then what I do with some of these is just put them on the side of a bowl or a planter. I did a whole class once on making clay bisque stamps. His head's a little wonky because I didn't leave him in there quite long enough. But I don't know, can you see in there? There you go. And that was just made out of this. So you don't want to take these bisque molds to glaze firing. You want to just bisque them to like 04 because you want them to absorb some water. So, okay, so let's see here. I got a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Put this back in here. It's a little bit, since I ordered another container, I'll be able to use it for that. Whoops. My clay just rolled away. Here's another one I just bought. I hope these work. I probably... I may not be able to get this out of here. I probably should let them set up more. Yeah, this one I'm probably not going to be able to get out. What it is a leaf mold. I was going to show you. Here we go. Or not a leaf, well, it's an acorn. See, it's a wooden acorn mold. And next time I'll probably oil that. Let me get my tool out here and cut off the edges so you can... And I could make an ornament out of this, or just put a hook in it and hang it, or I could stick it in the side of a pot. See? So you could just stick it on the side of a pot or something. But I buy these little hooks. You can buy these hooks off of Amazon. They're just a high temp, what's it called? Ring, 50 pieces. Yeah, and you just put this on the top. There you go. And just biscuit And then you can, like I said, just make an ornament, hang it on the wall, or, you know, do whatever you want with it. That's out of a wood mold. But I think what I'll do is, since this is wood, I will oil it. This just came in the mail actually today. So I will oil that and redo that. And here's another type of mold. I'll show you. This is from, you can make little biscuits. Put this stuff aside. So I really like this. I think this is from, this might be Williams Sonoma. But I liked it because it had this acorn. I'm sorry, not acorn. I keep saying that. They're, not acorns. But anyway. So let's see if I can't get those out of here. So look at that. All these pine cones. So there's one side. Okay, let's see how this works. I haven't done this before. So what I'm going to do is cut this. Use my little tool here to cut the excess off. There we go. So see how that came out? And then it's kind of indented on the back. So take this one out of here. I'm going to cut this off here. And cut around here. Gotta make sure I'm in the screen here. Okay. Get rid of all that stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a little bit of water and I'm going to kind of score the edges. Okay. This clay is pretty soft, so now this will have to dry for a while because it's gonna be pretty thick. So I'm gonna take these two pieces together. And I think what I'll do is probably take a paintbrush I think I got some brown clay on there, but my hands are too big to get in these little crevices. I don't know if you can see that, but so it'll take a while. I won't bore you with all the this, but I will smooth that all down and a little bit of water there. But it's, you know, you can use anything for a mold. My favorite is probably, I do love this rubber mold stuff, but gosh, the easiest thing is just use raw clay. Take your item and take a wad of clay, cut the clay in half, and just, you know, with the item in the middle, just squeeze it together, and then just take your, you know, knife and cut it back open again, and, you know, voila, you have a mold. If there's a lot of excess clay, you can just cut it off. It's so much easier to work with a paintbrush, I think, in these little intricate areas. When I do handles, I usually finish them up with a paintbrush. It's too hard to get in with your hands, so there you go. So look at that. It's a pine cone. So then what you can do is take one of these, put it in there, and you can make pine cone ornaments. How's that? And like I said, I think that is from the Williams. Oh, this is actually Nordic ware. Here's what I used. So see, you can make, here's the pine cones, the leaves, the acorns. So yeah, how much fun is that? There you go. Nordic ware. And I ordered it off of Amazon. I'm a big fan of Amazon. It's just too easy. They've got, I don't know how they store every single thing. Good Lord. Okay, so let's see if this comes off of here like it's supposed to. Put some of this stuff away, my little jump rings. So, okay, I'm going to pull this out. Look at that, how easy that came out. And there's my frog mold. So now all I have to do is press the clay inside here. Let's see. I've got some. This clay might be too hard now. Let's see if I got some. That's pretty. That's a little bit softer. Cut this down a little bit. There we go. I don't know why we always have ambulances go by when I'm doing a video. It's not like we really have that many that go by. That's an that's an ambulance. Probably a wreck somewhere. Okay, so I press that into there. Pretty good. I'm going to pull it out. And you should let it firm up a little bit. But there you go, then I have a frog. And all I have to do is cut around the frog. I mean, I guess you could use it like that, but I'll just cut around the frog with this, or you can use a knife or anything. Then you have a little frog to go upside your mug or bowl, or. So let's see if I can't get this guy off of here. Let's pull him out of there. There we go. Making a mess here. Okay. So here's this one. Let's put this clay down inside here like this. I love these little mini rollers. Came through a little bit there, so I'll add a little bit more clay. There we go. probably going to have to harden up a little bit. I'm not going to be able to get it out. Oh, there it comes. But yeah, you should let this sit up a little bit. Probably about 10-15 minutes. You don't want to pull it out right away like I am. This poor guy, I'm pulling him all apart. See if I can't clean him up a little bit so you can see. But yeah, this would be great to stick on the side of a mug or a bowl. These cutters I just love. But you can use cheese cutters too. Just take the bar out. It cuts so nice. So the back of him is a little messed up because I had such a hard time getting him out. But you guys, like I said, you get the idea. Let's see here. I think I ripped his left what do you call that? An arm? What do you call that? On a frog. He's missing his left hand. So okay, but you can get the idea. All the detail. I don't know if you can see the detail on that. Let me clean the mold off here. Clean some of this mess up of mine. And it just captures so much detail. So there you go. And it's just so simple. I mean, it takes no time at all. And that was made from, you know, a couple pins that somebody gave me. So yeah, so you have this one. Or the pine cone. Now that was going to be heavy. He'll have to dry for a long time, but look at that. There we go. All right, so those are all the different kinds of molds you can, well, I mean, there's a lot more different kinds of molds you can make. But like this one, like I said, I just had a little bird someone gave me, a little ceramic bird, and I just shoved them in between two pieces of clay. Like I said, first I cut the clay in half and put the two pieces together and just kind of made sure I worked them in there. Took this tool here and cut around it so I had a nice square, and then waited till it firmed up, then pulled it apart, and then I have a little bird in here. I can make little birds. So, I mean, it's just, you know, it's endless what you can do. But like I said, this is there's some off brands too. So, you know, like I said, I think this is, there we go. I think this is kind of, wow. feel like we've been drinking or something. There we go. So, yeah, there's some different brands and stuff you can use, but this one's what Tania something or other. Can't think of her last name. But you can find her on Instagram. She does a mold making video with this, and it just works so nice. So if you've tried a different brand, let me know if it works for you, and just have fun with it. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. There's so much fun stuff to do with clay that it's just endless. It's just endless. And I am going to make another video, not today, of the purse planters and the Christmas trees. I don't know, you think it's getting too late for that? By the time, you know, you make a Christmas tree, it takes a week to dry, and then to fire, it's another, you know, a few days, and I don't know, it's getting pretty close to Christmas now, anyway. But have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.